Hey guys, it's Amanda. What's up? Today we're back with a haul because if you didn't notice, my last two videos were both come thrift with me's, which means I have a fuck ton of clothes on my bed right now that I'm gonna show you from my last two thrift trips. If you've not yet watched those videos, go watch those first. Otherwise, I'm gonna spoil all the clothes that I got in those videos, okay? So I have things that I bought from Value Village, like always, and then also when I went thrifting by the pound and I went to Salvation Army, I have things from that trip as well. We have some Halloween costume things, sweaters, knitwear, tops, dresses, like bitch, I went thrifting, okay? Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not. I literally can't say anything YouTube related without feeling like Jake Paul. The first thing we're gonna start with is part of my Halloween costume, and that is this black halter, I wanna say dress, but I have not yet tried it on, so I'm really hoping it's long enough to be a dress. If not, we have this black tunic. Just because of the silver studs along the front, I'm not sure if this is something that I would wear, you know, on like a regular night out. Initially, it just reminded me of a figure skater. It's very decorative. It has an asymmetrical hem, very flowy. I think it will be very flattering. And I picked this up kind of with an intention of being a figure skater, but like last resort, you know? And now Halloween is, I think, in 2 days, 3 days. So I'm going with the figure skater idea. And if I'm not satisfied, I'm just gonna put blood all over myself and be like, huge figure skating crash. So now I'm a dead figure skater. Anyways, that's the story behind this piece. I want to move on to some winter accessories because I am so excited about both of these hats. This one I've already worn out. It's literally October and it's not cold enough for this yet, but I don't care. This is actually just the most ideal hat. The brand is Chaos. It has a little silver tag. The fur is white, which I love because I feel like it really complements my hair and my skin tone. It's also in pristine condition. I love that it's quilted, just the tiny little details that bring it all together and make it such a vibe. I'll insert the photos of when I decided to wear this hat when it was probably 20 degrees out, so I was wearing a skirt at the same time. And then I got this hat, which is by Roots. It's definitely a vintage piece because they do not carry stuff like this anymore, unfortunately. It's a little bit of an off-white color. If you compare it to this hat, it just looks dirty. But no, it's like a cream color. It has fur lining all around the bottom and then all along the sides. And then I picked up these, I thought these were arm warmers, but somebody commented on my video that they're the kind of like inserts you put into a boot and then they peek out. And I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna wear them as arm warmers. So I have not yet tried these on. I feel like I should do that right now. Like the audacity I have to have thrifted this shit 2 weeks ago and be like, yeah, so I haven't tried this on yet. You know what I mean? I feel like it's way cuter like this. The other idea I had for a Halloween costume, which was kind of inspired by this, was to be a deer or some sort of animal that's brown and like wear these and do a cute makeup look. They're probably a little bit big to actually wear as arm warmers because like they'll slide down. But I guess layered over a long sleeve, they might kind of stay better on my arm. I can also wear these as leg warmers. They're just like super short. It's gonna look like an ankle sock. So never mind. This piece I'm so excited about because I don't have anything like it in my wardrobe. All the vests I have are white, like literally every single one of them. So this is a dark red, black plaid. It has a faux fur lining. And at first I was like, okay, bless, this is removable, I could take it off. But it's kind of in good condition and I don't actually mind the fur. It's by the brand Tattoo. I love that it has this bigger collar. You can do it up all the way and it's such a vibe. I feel like I always gravitate towards lighter colors, especially in the winter. So this will definitely push me outside of my comfort zone to wear some red. Like anyways, bitch, but you know what I mean. And this was $7.99, which is actually insane. The next two pieces I have to show you are knitwear. Okay, I'm gonna start with this for obvious reasons. I actually love this piece. This is honestly one of my favorite things I've thrifted in a long time. It's this rainbow, but in the best tones. I love that every single color is almost the same tone, except for this vibrant red. It's giving like primary Crayola. I've been wearing a ton of neutrals lately, but this is the perfect piece to complement all of those pieces that I've been buying. It's not too vibrant, it's not like too pastel, it's fucking perfect. Definitely reminds me of crochet pieces from Hysteric Glamour. When I pulled this off the rack, I initially thought that this was a black stripe on the bottom, but it's actually a really dark green, which I feel like, I'm like, who made this? You actually outdid yourself. I love it. I love that the front is the exact same cut as the back. It's gonna be so nice just kind of laying over any sort of skirt. Unfortunately, there's no tag in it at all. So maybe somebody just hand crocheted this and then was over it and donated it, and I got it, and I'm fucking so happy. You'll be seeing this in a lookbook. There will be a lookbook coming soon. I feel like I'm literally playing you guys because I used to do lookbooks all the time, and my house actually flooded like a month ago. I haven't talked about this in any video just because it hasn't really been relevant, but now that I've done so many thrift videos, I feel like I need to address the fact that I do have other videos on the way, honey. It's just that since my house flooded, my entire studio got fucked, and we're basically redoing our entire basement and main floor, and right now I'm not living at home where I'm filming. I'm like living elsewhere, so it's been kind of hard to figure out where to film my lookbook since I don't have my studio anymore. Also, I've been so busy with school. I don't know, I just feel like it's not important to bring this shit up because you guys don't care, you know what I mean? Like, you're watching me to show you the shit that I bought and not like complain about my flood. My flood, I think that's the funniest fucking word. Anyways, moving on. This fucking piece of knitwear is another piece that I was just like, are you kidding me? And I found this when I was pretty down bad on my thrift trip, hadn't found much, and then saw this on the rack and was like, oh. And this was a piece that was in the dress section, which I've been fooled by before. At this point, I should probably just accept the fact that whenever I see a sweater in the dresses section, it's never gonna be a dress, ever, not once. This looks like it would be, but once I put it on, it's like borderline crop top, honey. Just kidding, it's like a somewhat longer shirt. My favorite silhouette for tops right now is just a little bit too long, you know, like that kind of awkward length of, is it supposed to be that long? Is that intentional? Like, I love that. The brand of this is Costa Blanca. Next are these tan velour pants, which I did not expect to like so much. Put them in the cart kind of like, we'll see. Didn't try them on in the store, but held them up to myself and I was like, they look kind of long. Like, I'll just get them, they're $3. And I put them on for the first time probably 3 days ago and I'm obsessed with them. They fit me so well. They're low-waisted and so long. You can literally see at the bottom of them, they're kind of dirty because they be dragging on the floor, and that's exactly what I want. The goal is to have the hem on all my pants just fucked up because I'm stepping on it all the time, you know? The brand is Prima Donna, and I think I own one red tube top that I'm actually selling on Depop right now by Prima Donna. So okay, Prima Donna, like with the velour tan low rise flared out so long. The outfit that I wore them with was literally when I was at home studying, wearing a crew neck and my UGG slippers. And even with that, it was just a vibe. So I love when you get a piece and you just don't appreciate its true essence, and you put it on and you're like, I bought that for $3. Like, thrifting just stays doing that, boosting my serotonin all the time. And I love it. Following the theme of neutrals, I got this amazing, okay, how dare I not show you the back first? This tank top, which I would say this is like a nice 7.5 out of 10. If it was longer, it would be an easy 11 out of 10. You know what I mean? But just because it has a V-neck, which you guys know I fucking hate, and some cinching in the front here, it is providing Brandy Melville, you know, those tops. I just have to remind myself that the back looks like this, and I fucking love this. Also, you could do this to any top. It just slits through the whole thing. I'm gonna just start doing this to all of my shirts. Like, it's by the brand Marive. I've never heard of this brand. When I bought this, it was brand new and the original tag said $95, and I'm like, literally, if you paid $95 for this, I feel so bad because it's so thin. Like, the quality is obviously not great. I'm probably gonna gravitate towards this as a layering piece. This was the trip where I kept finding things that were brand new. Like, this black tank top is by the brand Gas, which now looking at it, is it a knockoff of Levi's? Because it has a similar logo and it's a denim brand, very comfortable, casual for lounging around the house. And like, I'd be lying if I, you know, said I wore anything other than pajamas 24/7 or tops like this. When I saw this, I was like, period, add it to the cart, bitch. I need another tank top like this. Once I wear certain tank tops over and over again while being in school, I'm just like, ugh, I relate it too much to the classes and the assignments I've been doing while wearing it. So having a new fresh piece like this makes me feel like there's more opportunity, possibilities out there. Okay, another top, again, brand new brand that I've never heard of, Franklin and Marshall. It's this off the shoulder top. I feel like this is really what sold me. I imagine this with just a little low rise skirt. Summer day when I'm not trying to wear anything else, I'll reach for this. It also has a built-in bra with an off-the-shoulder top. That's so blessed. Okay, the next two pieces I have to show you I got from the Pay by the Pound. And And I do have to go into full detail about my experience because I wasn't able to in the voiceover of my actual Come Thrift With Me. Skip this part if you don't give a fuck, but basically this is my first time going to a by the pound store. I went to the one on Orpheus Road, I think it's called like Market Pound or something, and I had expectations like fucking through the roof for this. Like if I find things at Value Village, I can only imagine the things I'm gonna come by in the pay by the pound. It's gonna be so cheap. I'm gonna find so many things. I don't know anything about thrifting by the pound. Like there definitely could be specific days you're supposed to go, times you're supposed to go. The biggest workout ever to pull out everything from the bottom of the bins, especially if you're doing, say, tops and the sleeves get all tangled in things and you're pulling it. My back was hurting. I was hot. It was just so awful. When at Value Village, I can literally just be like, and I have really good luck at Value Village, clearly, and I go a lot, I'm consistent, I find shit, and I'm like, why am I putting myself through this when I could just go to Value Village? And that's what I did afterwards. I definitely do not doubt that people can find such good things at the by the pound stores. I just feel like they know hacks that other people don't know, and it's also just very out of the way for me. This kind of leads me to another point that I want to touch on. When it comes to thrifting, the only way you're gonna find things is if you're consistently thrifting. Like there are definitely times that I go to the thrift store and I don't find anything. And obviously I'm not filming that, I'm putting it on YouTube because no one gives a fuck. Like, oh, found absolutely nothing. Cheers. I go to the store that I go to specifically because I live close to it, which allows me to go all the time. And I feel like people get very hung up on what stores to go to when it literally does not matter at all. Like if you're not going somewhere that's close to you that you can get to all the time, you're not gonna find things. When I shop at Value Village, if I'm at any other store than the one I normally go to, I find it a lot harder to find things because I'm not used to where things are. I'm not comfortable in the space. Like when I'm thrifting, I'm like in the zone, I'm in my element. I think what you really need to focus on is finding a store that's near you that you can get to all the time, just to like get comfortable in the store and be able to actually find things. So I did want to address that. I do see the comments asking what Value Village specifically I go to, and I just wanted to say that it doesn't matter as much as you think it would. Number one, all the things that I'm showing you guys obviously aren't in the store anymore. Like you can't go and buy them. And the only reason I'm finding these things is because I go every single week when it opens. So I would just focus on going to stores in your neighborhood. If you can go outside of Toronto, that is like way better. If I lived outside of Toronto, I would literally never even touch Toronto thrift stores because anywhere outside of Toronto is so much better and also a lot cheaper usually. I can make a whole video talking about that because I don't want it to seem like I'm hiding where I go, but honestly a lot of it is safety reasons. I honestly don't feel comfortable with sharing location primarily because of that, and also because it doesn't matter. Like thrifting is not about the location as much as how consistent you are when you go, how much time you spend when you go. So the first thing I got from the by the pound is this skirt, which is originally from Old Navy. I got another skirt quite recently that was also from Old Navy. It fits me low rise, which is obviously why I bought it, and it has these little clasps, and I love the way that it crosses over in the front. Tiny checkered gingham, such an easy thing to throw on. I also got this pair of shorts, which I can't lie, I love. They're 100% linen, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's a cap. They're 55% linen, 45% cotton, but they're these white jorts. They definitely fit like a men's short. They're a bit boxier. I just stay buying shorts that are way too big for me. These are definitely too big, but I realized when I got home that they have a drawstring in them, so I can actually tighten them to make sure they won't fall down while I'm wearing them. Love that they're a cargo style and they're linen. Like they're so lightweight, and I'm gonna reach for these so much in the summertime, I already know. Okay, I have two more things to show you. The first one is this pink and red zip up hooded t-shirt vibe, and I got this because in the summertime I picked up a top, I don't know what to call this, a sweater, a top, and I wear all the time. Like I don't know why that kind of combination between having a hood on a t-shirt appeals so much to me, but it does. So I decided I'd pick it up. It also has a clear zipper, which definitely just like, you know, sealed the deal for me. I literally feel like an infant wearing it, you know? It's the stripes, the hood, it zips. The brand is STR. I don't fucking know, bro. But yeah. And then I actually got this a bit ago, but I forgot to include it in the haul. I couldn't find it. When my basement flooded, like this dress went missing and now I have it back. So it's this Guess green cargo dress, which I actually got brand new from the thrift store. I think it retailed for like $129 and I got it for 20 bucks. This is definitely a piece that I'm gonna wear in the summertime. I don't really think that I'd be able to transition it to fall because as soon as I put tights under this, the vibe would kind of be like left the chat unless they were somehow like distressed. It's a size large, which is perfect because I feel like these dresses that button up tend to be like a smaller fit normally. Those are all the pieces I picked up in my last two Come Thrift With Me's. I feel like 2 is where I need to cap it and film the haul. Otherwise I would be here for like 3 hours just showing you shit and I would simply pass out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as always, and I will see you in my next one. That was fucking so cringe. Okay.